Hey,
To the wall.
I'm not the one playing with it. Break his fingers.
I can maybe do an emergency call.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Half Gaming. Welcome back to 2.5 Stars. I'm joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
Jason.
And Rick.
This week we watched Arrival. Fuck these names. Everybody's got a shitty name in this one. Directed by Denis Villeneuve.
He's probably super offended that you said that's a shitty name. That's his family name, Steve.
I don't care.
Fuck that guy's family. All he ever did was make a good movie.
Written by Erik Heiser.
Bless you.
Yeah, whatever. and Ted Chiang. Starring Amy Adams. I fucked up an easy name. Jeremy Renner. I'm melting, apparently. Jeremy Renner and Forrest Whitaker. IMDb synopsis. When 12 mysterious spacecrafts appear around the world, Linguista.
That was the name of my school nurse.
Someone he lost his virginity to.
It's just a sausage. It's a perfume right on it.
Linguistics professor Louise Banks is tasked with interpreting the language of the apparent alien visitors. So what do you guys think?
I think she was not, well, she was kind of tasked with interpreting the language. More or less, they just wanted to try and figure out what they were saying, and they didn't care how she did it.
Well, that's still being tasked to figure out the alien language.
I guess that's true. Turned out that they don't talk, though. They must communicate through telepathy or something, because they did say the noises they make are irrelevant to what they're writing.
No, what they said was they talk with their hands and their mouth at the same time with two different thoughts.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two different forms of communication.
Well, they came up with that super cool circle thing that looks like crop dustings. No, crop circles. Crop dustings. That's when you shit your pants in the safe way.
Usually you shouldn't see that either.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
They did kind of look like crop dustings, though, didn't they? Didn't they look like they were crop dusting out of their hand? And they're like, look, it's like they're like flipping everyone off.
It was quite foggy.
Yeah.
They're in there and they're farting all over the place. I don't even know what these humans are saying, but we're just farting at them. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's why it took 18 hours to recycle the air. Because, like, you shit your pants again. Get the scrubs out. God damn it.
Well, then it turned out the air won't even hurt the humans. I mean, she was choking on it a little bit at the end, but she was breathing it just fine. It didn't hurt her any.
Well, she did end up having a kid that had cancer, so that remains to be seen. I bet it did hurt her. I bet it just nuked her ovaries right there.
It didn't hurt her, though.
Well, I mean, if your kid dies,
Eventually.
that hurts.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, see? Bam.
But she no longer has a linear thought pattern due to thinking the way that they do, and so she can see the future. So it seems like she would have known it was going to cause that.
Yeah, I think now if you guys had an opportunity, right, and you get in that helicopter and there's some scientist, a theoretical physicist,
Yeah.
are you guys going to rub his nose in the aliens? Because I'm going to spend the entire trip, the whole way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wonder how they got here, because you were just saying like 2 weeks ago that you can't get here from there. So how did they get here? And you know what it is this is a mass hallucination, because there's no way they could be here from there. It's impossible. You guys have all said that, like, every time anybody says aliens, you're like, no, it's impossible.
Kind of seems like she just doesn't give a shit about the science part at all.
Oh, no.
She is not a
she's not
scientist.
paying
No.
attention to anybody saying that.
I'm just saying,
Anyways.
I would take the opportunity to rub his nose in it.
What would they bring you in for?
Maybe they need me to chop a tree down
Yeah.
next to the thing.
They're like, I don't know, they're talking about trees or something like that. We got to bring Erik in.
Maybe I got to
We got to bring in the world's most expert, Erik Anderson.
Or maybe they need me to talk my brother off at the top of that spaceship.
He's trying to break his way in.
Yeah.
From the top.
He's like, I'm just gonna take a hammer and a chisel and just fucking hammer the shit out of this thing until I get in there. See, that's why they would need me, and then I would get to rub that guy's nose in it for like 6 hours. He'd shoot himself halfway. He'd be like, can I see your firearm there, sir? Oh, hold on. How do you work it? And I'd be like, typical scientist. Can't even shoot himself. Doesn't even know how to work a firearm.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
I don't know. Well, what if they were like running away from like a bunch of like sentient tree people that were like destroying them?
Yeah, they would be calling me. I would. Oh my
Exactly.
God.
Then they came here for the almighty Eric Anderson, the conqueror and vanquisher of the trees.
It's not just me. I know a lot of other guys that could help out with that.
It
Fuck
would.
trees. They're evil.
It would turn into that movie with Bruce Willis. What the heck is it called? Where they go to the meteor.
Armageddon.
Armageddon. It would turn into
Yeah.
Armageddon. Only Eric would be Bruce Willis out there with his buddies riding on nukes and cutting down trees.
Well, I'm pretty sure you could just nuke the trees.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you
I
don't need
watched-
to use the nuke as a mode of transportation.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like pretty
Well-
stupid. I mean, it also seems like you probably fry your nads, like with them like that close to like a nuke. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
probably fry your nads.
Wouldn't it be cool though to feel all that power between your legs?
Yeah, like after like your nads fry off and
I
then
mean,
just kind
you
of
know,
fall
we've
off.
all heard
you know,
of like
and-
toxic masculinity, so I feel that power all the time. But for other guys that don't know what that's like,
So
it's gonna
basically,
be
what you're trying to
amazing.
say is that like every moment of every day, you feel like you have a nuke between your legs.
Yes, I do. I wake up and I'm like, I've got a fucking nuke between
You got
my
to
legs.
take some medication for that burning, man.
Yeah.
Also, depends might help a little bit too to help keep that nuke from just dropping between your legs.
He was just telling me last week how he feels like he's got this nuke between his legs after losing all that weight.
Yeah.
Like, legit, he was telling me that.
It looks like a majestic unicorn now.
Is that-
Yeah, it's
okay.
like, wow, I forgot all that was there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, all right, to change the subject. so I was thinking about this. I was like, wait a second. What if the aliens showed up and they wanted a tour, right? So, like, before we had Barack Obama, right, as the president, and that would have been a completely different tour than the one we have now, which is, like, as we know, the first Carrot Man president. And, I mean, could you imagine that tour, though? He'd take him to, like, one of his, like, super suites. He'd be like, at the Trump Tower. He's like, it's going to be huge. Look at these fantastic toilets. You can take one of your giant 7-leg shits in there. It'll be amazing. Watch this. This thing will flush a puppy. Come here. Give me a puppy. I'm going to flush it.
I feel
And so he's taking these aliens to like a 5-star resort and
Yeah.
telling them
Well, he's
take
gonna
a dump
hang-
in the
He
toilet.
has to golf with them. That's
That-
what he spends
Oh,
his
God,
time
they
doing.
probably actually be really good at golf.
Yeah, they got 7 legs.
Have you ever seen when you
Just cheating the whole time. They can see the future.
have you ever seen when you leave a vegetable in the sun? It's pretty gross. He must wear a lot of sunscreen.
He's got a rug on his head.
Well, that's true. It
What is
shades
the
him, doesn't it?
SPF on a rug? Isn't that like
It's
SPF?
actually
Like,
not
he
a-
uses it around his eyes. Have you noticed how like white?
Yeah, it's actually
the
not a rug.
circle
It's one of
is?
those
It's weird.
caterpillars. It's one of those poisonous caterpillars.
Oh.
And he got up there and he was
Well, I guess
told
it's
not to
for-
touch
when
him.
it's
So it's
poison.
just, there because, he was told not to touch the caterpillar because it's a poisonous one, and he just left it up there and that's now his hair.
Yeah, I was watching an illustrated documentary, and apparently he nuked Canada, and we have no idea. I didn't hear about it on the news.
Yeah.
You want to talk about fake news? They don't even tell us when he nukes Canada?
Yeah, I mean, fucks their prime minister to death.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I mean, what? He nuked Canada.
I kind of feel like those aliens, like that right there would be the time to call bullshit on them. If they come down when he's still president and be like, all right, dude, did you really think we were going to work with you with that guy?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you need to come
Yeah.
at a different time. There need to be somebody else in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We would be the first ones to attack if,
Well-
if it happened now. I was telling Ricky, he'd be like hitting the button on the fucking nuke button, nuke thing. And they're like, sir, you got to turn the key. Oh,
No, they wouldn't. The guy would turn and whisper. He goes, "Should I tell him to turn the key on?" No, we don't. He doesn't need to know. Wait, I got an idea. Missiles away, sir. And then watch this. He'll forget about it. Watch this. And he forgot. We did it. We nailed this, guys. Nobody mentioned the aliens anymore. He doesn't need to know. Get him a golf pass. Hey, look, sir. I got you some new golf gloves. Nailed it. He doesn't have any idea. It's like the president doesn't do anything anyways. That's why the whole thing's silly. They
He
don't do
distracts
shit.
Americans from the real shit that's going
Yeah,
on.
that's
Yeah.
all run by some CIA and the Council of the Council of 12, which we should cancel. I'm just joking. Please don't murder me.
Somehow your camera like shines a laser in your face. Like, it's a gun.
See a red laser.
You guys have seen Eraser. They can shoot, and X-Files, they can shoot laser beams out of the sky. I played a video game and they did it. If you don't think we can do it, that's... You know what?
Man,
You know what?
Eraser,
You know,
those
they don't
fucking,
use lasers.
like rail guns.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. Love
Yeah.
those. And they could see through everything. Like,
Oh, yeah. I actually was at one point entertaining a fantastical thought of being a crime fighter, like how hard it would be to do in real life, you know, not die. So one of the things I came up with was making a T-ray emitter and then putting it in the back of my, like some kind of a car, and park it on the other side of a building with special glasses so you can see through. Then you could see where everybody was at.
yeah.
Then you could make a badass entrance because you'd look down and you could go through the roof on top of people like Mario. And then coins would come out of their butt.
That's how it
And then
works.
I could pick the coins up and
pennies.
take it to the superhero place and cash it in for, you know, a loot box.
And some magic mushrooms.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Anyways, so yeah.
you
Jeremy Renner was hot in this movie. What you guys think?
Oh, man.
Oh God.
This movie is hard to make jokes about because, you know,
It was a
Well,
very,
very
serious
serious.
movie.
Well, it's also
Yeah.
not to mention just like more than half the movie was spent. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out how to talk to these people.
Well, it was
Okay.
interesting. I mean, it's not like
Yeah, like it's interesting to a certain extent, but I mean, you don't need to fill up like an hour of movie time of them trying to figure out how to communicate with each other. I feel like, you know, it just seems a little over the top.
Are you trying to say they needed to have a Jeremy Renner banana hammock scene to take up about 20 minutes of the time and really
I
that
mean,
scene?
it would have broken up the monotony a little
Yeah.
bit.
Him and Forrest Whitaker playing volleyball out there.
Yeah, jumping up and down.
You know, you just have
it's
to
like-
attack
it's
him
like
from the
this,
one
"Man,
side,
you need
though,
to
'cause you
release some
can't see it.
stress. Let's go out and play some volleyball.
Even with as long as this movie was, though, I didn't feel like it was boring at
No,
any
not
point.
at all.
No,
And
I didn't think it
I've
was
seen this
boring in
during
the
the
least.
summer, and this is normally not my type of movie, and I was paying attention the whole freaking time because I'm like, oh my god, they're talking to these aliens in a whole different way, and I mean, it was cool how it was just set up.
Yeah.
You know how they had like 7 legs. They didn't look like your normal like the Greys or
The
some weird
Greys.
Star Trek
Well, that's what they're called,
alien
man.
shit thing. Sorry.
I feel like
But-
Just
that
wait
is
till-
not a PC term. I feel like it's not PC to call
There's
them the Greys.
nothing about space stuff that's PC. In this movie, they go, yeah, remember what happened to the Aborigines?
Good point.
And they just said, like, you know, it's like, come on, man. You know, shitty stuff happened to them because there were a lot of dicks back then.
Well, there's still a lot of
There's
Yeah.
still a lot of dicks today. I am 90% sure that, so this is you know how we came up with the movie Predator?
Yeah.
So Paul, inside of the Area 51 thing, was like, oh shit, I got to tell these guys another movie? All right, I'll just tell them about some story about a human we captured. Oh, you know what? I'll just turn it into it's an alien and then they're people. We're the fucking predators. We're the assholes.
So, even though this is a serious movie, you mentioned Area 51. It reminded me of Independence Day. And for a second, I thought Brent Spiner was going to slam against the window.
yeah.
It was like they're going to have tentacles wrapped around his neck, and he's going to be talking to him.
Yeah, you know, the first time I seen that, I said out loud, "You can't choke Data." And I was like, "That's not fucking Data in this show. Why isn't that Data?"
Technically, you can't. We haven't watched the second one, but you can't. He's still around.
Yeah, see, he's fucking Data. He's tough as fuck.
Yeah.
Why
think
haven't we?
I don't think that's a spoiler because he's right there near the beginning.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, because could you imagine trying to think or where you know exactly what was going to happen with your life, not like the entire time?
it'd be. I don't know that it seems like it was really hard for her to
Yeah.
deal with it. Like I imagine later generations, like, you know, we got 3,000 years. Later generations, it'll be easier because you kind of deal with that, you know, and your brain, I don't know, maybe the brain's evolved to the point where you can start doing that. But it kept distracting her a lot of the times, you know. So you'd see her in different scenes in the future or, you know, in the past, and she'd just be kind of staring off because she was, you know, in another kind of moment thing.
Yeah.
So it was like, I don't know if we're equipped It's a
Yeah, maybe
do
our
it very
brains
well.
aren't quite fully evolved enough to actually cope with that yet.
He did say he gave us a weapon for 3,000 years in the future. So you're probably right. We need to adapt to it. And it's going to take time of teaching your kids the language for the world to really become nonlinear.
The worst part would be our government would lock that shit up, and then only like the Council of 12 would have it, and then we'd have to
Pretty
deal with
much.
that shit all the time. I bet that's what happened. This movie is Roswell. They just didn't sit there. They crashed, and then some guy in a Jeep showed up and was like,
Welcome to Earth.
"Holy fuck, these are actually aliens!" Oh shit. Well, I better clean up the fucking shoe that I've been spitting in the passenger seat for the last 12 miles. All right, get in, buddy. God damn it, you stink. Fucking weird squid creature, and then they just drove away.
And then the squid creature would be like, "You think I smell? Have you smelt yourself? Fucking
It's like,
dirty
you're
ass
sitting
humans!"
in my chew, dude. That guy's just... I was just thinking about an old man strength fucking army guy with a fucking full lip of chew, and he's just, oh, fuck. I'm used to being the passenger, but fucking, I don't care.
Also smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's a big ass
He
scar or
needs
something
enough,
like that.
nicotine to get him through.
Yeah, and then when as soon as nicotine patches are invented, he double cheeks it, and then gets a whole lip of chew and a cigar, and he's like, I feel fucking awesome.
So fucking
And
hyped up.
his heart's just like, but he has old man strength, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So if he forgets and spits on the alien next to him, and the alien gets like nicotine in his system for the first time, is he gonna just freak the fuck out?
Nicotine's amazing, probably. I have never actually, well, I don't know. I've had Snoosenhagen pancakes. There's probably a little nicotine in there. I smoked part of a cigarette once, and then I threw up because I was 5. Yeah, we were imitating. I'm not even. This is a true story. When I was 5 or 6, maybe 4, we were imitating smoking cigarettes. So my mom wanted to nip that in the butt by making me smoke a cigarette, which she was smart enough not to make me smoke a pack or something, so I'd be definitely addicted to it. But man, I barfed a lot. Smoking a cigarette when you're 4 or 5 fucking sucks. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Although I think she would have had better luck putting chew in my mouth. Because that shit's gross. As long as it wasn't the mint chew, because I fucking love mint.
You'd swallow it. Well, this is pretty good.
I feel like I'm gonna have some really awful shit soon. Oh man.
Later on, you just start puking your guts out while you're shitting, too, and just be, double whammy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bits of fiberglass stuck in his anus. That would just be
And his
amazing.
anus.
That's how they say it in Canada.
So the Southern Canadian twang came out there, Jason. Fucking showing your true colors.
Damn it.
Don't blow my cover. I'm
Have you
undercover
guys
in this
seen The
country.
Americans?
I have not. I want to watch it.
Okay,
though.
so you
Seems pretty
you know
good.
what the concept is, though?
Yeah.
Okay, Jason is a Canadian American guy.
Damn it.
He's just terrible at it.
I hear it's really good. I haven't had a chance to watch it.
I've seen 2 episodes and they were pretty good.
They had to get me over here fast. I didn't have time to finish the training to learn all of your speech patterns.
Yeah. All the way over the border.
Yeah.
From like 1,000 miles away or something.
About.
Yeah.
A
Man,
boot.
it's like
A boot.
Yeah.
A boot. Yeah.
it's like a 12-hour drive, man. It's a long way over that border.
I think it's I think probably
Unless
a
you're in-
16-hour drive.
Unless you're in South Park, and then it's like just right up the street.
Yeah, I mean, you go for, like a little like morning jog and you'll get there.
What's the farmer's name? Fuck. Whatever the farmer's name is, you just go past his farm.
Yeah.
It's right there. There's the border.
Uh-huh.
There's a guy sitting on the wall telling you can't get in though.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Canada has more property than it does now in that documentary, because it's like Colorado is the border, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and South Park is apparently how the fuck does that work? Wait a second, South Park, I bet their north and south is backwards. So South Park's actually at the top of Colorado right next to Canada. I figured it out, guys.
Ricky and I looked up the map of where
South Park?
Well, it's South Park, but the town's not called South Park. But it lines up, like the streets line up really well.
Yeah.
But the buildings don't. So like the school's in a different spot, and there's a high school and all that shit.
The
you don't
police
see
department's
anything.
different.
Yeah, but it's just like the way the streets line up. If you turn it right, it's there.
Yeah, you got
There's a
there's
real town called South
It's
Park?
not called South Park. It's called something else.
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
So,
It's in South Park County, though.
so don't you guys think that? I mean, first of all, what alien species would look at us and go, "Oh yeah, let's make buddies with them"?
They want it.
They can see the future, and we might save them in the future with some kind of a weapon. And so they need to teach us a way to communicate now. So when they need us in the future, in like 3,000 years, let's say, when
They
we're
need somebody
ready.
that can just brood in there and fight. You know.
Yeah,
we can
they
just-
might
So
not
they
be
need the
fighters.
predators. Is
Yeah.
what that's what it is. They're like, you know what? We've seen your guys' movies. You guys have Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, we don't know about lying because our species doesn't do that. So we have no idea about it. And then they're like, yeah, just get that Arnold Schwarzenegger guy to do it. And the Armageddon people. You know what's really weird? The Armageddon guy and the Die Hard guy look a lot alike.
It's crazy.
It's fucking uncanny. You guys, what do you guys clone them? You clone that guy, right?
So now they're the Omicrons. They
Yeah.
don't fucking realize that the television shows and shit that's beamed into space aren't real.
No, they even built a real Voyager spaceship for us to use in the future.
Well,
That
I
would be
mean, the
awesome.
moment they realize that shit's not real, they're gonna realize like they can just wipe us out easily. And we're
Unless
fucked.
they're completely like docile and they don't attack. They're like super technological advanced, but they've never really bothered to develop weapons because they don't need them.
Well, yeah, that'd be the only situation.
Which is why they taught us their language, because they're gonna need our fucking bombs one day.
I don't think it's that easy to wipe us out. I really don't.
We're like parasites.
I mean, I really think, like, first of all,
That's how the Earth
like,
feels about us. I'm
killing
sure.
killing millennials is probably super easy. I think you can sneeze and just about kill a millennial. But like, there are still tough ass people around. Like Russia, there's like not millennials in Russia that are from that generation that are tough as fuck. They can go out in the cold with like, just their underwear and a dick sock on, and they wander around like
Well,
that.
I mean, a fucking huge ass meteor fucking comes screaming over their fucking sky, blowing out fucking windows and shit on buildings.
Yeah.
It slams on the ground, and they're just like, whatever, and just keep on walking down the street. I literally watched a video of that
Yeah.
comet that hit
Well, that's-
Russia.
that's how
They're just
I am.
like, all these windows are blowing out, and they're just like, whatever. They just keep on walking. I'm like,
This is Russia.
dude, like, a fucking meteor just comes crashing down and fucking destroys your place, and you're just like, I got places to be.
That's
Yeah.
how people should respond. We respond like idiots here.
Well,
Like
yeah,
when
we
the
do.
9/11 thing happened,
Well, I
that
mean,
was my response. I was
everyone-
like, meh. There's people that deal with that thought process and what they're gonna do in that situation every fucking day. I don't have to worry about it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, basically, like, any fucking nation other than Russia is gonna fucking, like, freak the fuck out.
No, I think it's just us.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
Canada.
I'm gonna say Middle East probably wouldn't freak out.
Us in
They're-
Canada.
Oh yeah, they're used to those noises and stuff. They're just like,
Was that a
that was a
bomb,
weird
or-
sounding bomb. Are they literally just throwing rocks at us from space now? Did they run out of bombs?
That'd be the way to do it. Bring down a,
So what you're saying is we need to get
Space
Superman to
laser
go up
and-
there and collect up asteroids and then throw it down on those guys.
Yeah.
Not them. I mean, just in general.
Anybody?
God damn it! No, this is going bad. I'm not saying
Let's change
anything.
the subject. Get away from throwing space rocks.
Oh man, remember is it Starship Troopers?
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
bugs throwing space rocks at us. Took out Buenos Aires, motherfuckers.
Oh, that's right.
Guys, I'm sorry that I remember that.
Hey, that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I love that movie.
The second, third, and fourth one weren't too great, but
Did you watch the cartoon, Roughnecks?
it wasn't terrible
No,
either.
it was pretty
The
good.
movie and that were pretty good, but the second, third, and fourth movie were just bad.
There were other movies.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were other movies.
The second one wasn't absolutely horrible, but 3 and 4 were just dog shit.
There's one where they're like the whole movie they're just defending a base, and
That's
that's all
number
it is.
3.
It's like just like a squad of guys on top of this base, just shooting the fucking bugs coming at them, and yeah. So and
That sounds-
they're waiting for evac.
And in every single movie, the guys get younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they were young in the first one, and so then they're in the next movie, and to make everybody else look like they're older now and everything, they got people that were just fresh out of high school, which they were barely out of high school when they filmed the first one. So
Oh my god.
yeah, by the fourth one, they're
They're
like
just using kindergartners.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, the way that movie went, I imagine they probably were using children as fighters. A lot of humans were dead, during that thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, I don't think people are that easy to get rid of.
yeah,
I really don't
But
think
when they
we
have
are.
to fight a fucking a race of pests, also, I mean, that would be just setting your rats against your cockroaches. Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
They're gonna team up, and then the rats or the cockroaches are gonna ride the rats, and we're all gonna.
Then
be
we're all
Yeah, why
fucked.
didn't we just make friends with the bugs?
I don't know.
Like, we live in the same area, We're both pieces of shit. What the hell?
You gotta find that.
They actually seem like
You know, it
less
was-
pieces of shit than we are.
You gotta find the bugger queen.
It was probably us that started the war with them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we did something.
We sprayed one with an insecticide and it died.
Well, this movie shows exactly how people are. There's a guy, he's like, oh shit, this guy is saying all this crazy shit on the radio. Okay, well, I'm going to try and blow up the alien ship with like 40 pounds, not even that much, like 10 pounds of C4 and a fucking ship that goes through space.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
That's not
It
a
wasn't even
shitty-
C4, was it? Wasn't it like a quarry grade blasting like dynamite?
I actually wasn't paying that.
I thought it was actual sticks of dynamite.
It
for,
might
like,
have been.
quarry
It
blasting.
could have been.
Yeah,
That stupid ass, like, how was that going to even work?
it would not do shit.
I mean,
So the aliens knew that shit was there. Why didn't you just throw it out before it blew up? I mean, they had to make a point, like, oh, one of ours died, all this stuff. I mean, they knew it was there. They were trying to warn them to, go away.
Yeah.
They could have easily just tossed it out the door
well, how could they toss it out
because
the
they
door?
tossed it out the door when it blew up.
did
They tossed the people out the door.
With
So,
the explosives, right?
The explosive was inside.
Oh, they didn't toss that.
Oh,
with
they-
them?
But they could have done it the other
So
way
they
around and
saved the
tossed the
people.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They could have tossed the explosive out way before it blew up.
What did they do? Just turn the gravity off?
Yeah, they changed the gravity and all that shit, and it just spawned
Sucked them right out.
So, but they could have done that with the explosive right away.
God damn, wouldn't that suck ass though? Being in that thing, that'd be so cool though. The theoretical physicist, I'm telling you, man, I'd be like, oh, this is impossible. What you're seeing right now, this is impossible.
Eric's just
you know when
following
that
the guy
guy
around saying
got
this.
abducted and you're calling him a faker? Yeah, suck it, bro. You didn't have this guy's fingers up your butt.
Fucking Randy Quaid comes in.
Yeah. Up yours. He flies this fucking. He somehow takes it along the ground and then turns it up sharp enough to go up that fucking tube. And then it lands and he's like, what the fuck? Why am I grounding out right now?
Damn it.
It'd be even better if he just showed up as fucking Uncle Eddie from Christmas Vacation in the fucking camper.
In
right
the
underneath
camper,
it.
yeah.
It's like, what's up, guys?
That's an RV.
That's an RV. Oh, shit.
You could pimp that shit out, man. Put a couple jet engines on the back of the RV and some wings on it.
I
Got to
think.
sell something special now.
Now we're watching Spaceballs.
We are. Now we're watching Spaceballs.
Yeah. Holy shit. I like this movie. It's got a lot of thought-provoking stuff. Like, if you could see in non-linear time, would anybody ever have accidents anymore?
Probably not. You'd be like, well, if I leave right now, I'm going to get in an accident. I'm going to wait 2 minutes.
Because once
People,
you see,
maybe people wouldn't do anything. They would be thinking through everything like, okay, well, no, I'm not going to do that thing. And then the new thought process would come in and they'd be thinking through that. Well, I can't do that because it's going to cause this thing to happen. And then they would just be, there'd be a lot of people who would just be stuck. Like kind of how she is at moments where she's just like thinking through something.
But then she decides, I'm not going to change my fate.
Yeah.
I'm going to live my life how it was meant to be lived. And that's, I think, quite a few people might do that. They might not have a kid, though, because they'd be like, well, that's going to suck. But
would you guys have the kid?
No.
No.
If I knew she was going to go through
kid
pain
at that
and
point.
suffering. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But if I knew she was going to go through pain and suffering and all that, I wouldn't do it. Or I'd have her aborted and then have a second one. Because
I think I'd still do it. I'd be like, because you're not experiencing time like a normal person. So it's not like right now we're like, so my brother died, and it's not like right now when I can't talk to him. I can literally talk to him again because I'm talking to him like there is no memory thing. It's like you can do it the whole time. So she was having memories of her kid before it even happened. So I would imagine that she can continue to have like real feeling interactions with the kid even after the kid died.
I don't know. I think her mind would
saying,
lose some of it, because when her future husband hugs her the first time, she whispers, "I forgot how nice it was to be held by you."
Yeah.
And so there's things that I think would slip and get lost in the memory.
Yeah.
However, at the same time, at that exact moment when he's like, "Hey, you want to make a baby?" Isn't that the best pickup line ever? Not knowing what's going on in her head. Like literally, if you don't know what's going on in her head, that's a really weird thing to say right there.
Works for a bazillion fucking high schoolers. Except they're like, "Don't worry, I'll pull out."
Well, it also works for a bunch of college students nowadays too. It's just pretty much the shit show now. I mean,
Yeah.
you just walk up to someone, "Hey, you want to bang?" And they say no, and you walk up to their friend, "Hey, you want to bang?" You're like, "Okay." And then you go bang them, and then
Well, that's not
just...
Ricky saying.
No.
It's like somebody who's actually good looking.
I'd be careful. I don't think that's going to last much longer. I'm foreseeing like a whole age of having chaperones and stuff, so you have a witness as to what was said. So it isn't
You're
like
gonna PC principal it and have everybody sign fucking
waivers.
Yeah.
Your waivers.
Well, I mean, you're going to be like, "Hey, I'm going to go ask this chick out. You're also a chick. Could you please record this for, the court date later?" And that way, because people make things up. And you get in trouble for that. And that sucks. And you don't need to have that happen. And then you've got these aliens who come down with their 7 arms.
with
So
7
many-
fingers on each arm.
You know
too.
why we didn't see any videos of Japan looting? It's because they were all the men were inside just furiously masturbating to the leaked picture, and then they just taped a picture of a woman on top of it, or a man if that's your preference, but taped it on there, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, it's real!" Ugh.
All of our documentaries are true now.
Yeah, they just found some lady with her eyes like this. Oh.
I swear to God, Eric. What the fuck?
Well, they do that. I mean, you've seen those documentaries. You showed them to me. That's where I found out about them.
Sure. Are you sure you're not thinking of Jason there?
No, Jason.
Jason's a little more.
Jason
into
watches
that stuff.
Canadian documentaries.
Jason has a lot of
Canadian
like.
documentaries.
Yeah.
His head's going.
Yeah, it was weird. I talked to this guy. He said he was Canadian. I was like, "You're full of shit." He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Your head is still attached. You're supposed to be like, gawk, 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 gawk."
Damn it.
What?
Maybe he's only half Canadian.
I think he is. You know what he is? He's a faker.
It's a fake
He just
Canadian.
wanted
He's a
some
big
Canadian
phony.
sympathy.
Big fat phony.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Could you imagine those fucking aliens in your house? They would
They'd
just
be
tear
too
so much
big.
shit up.
They would destroy
They stood
everything.
very
They're
tall.
huge.
They were, I don't know. All right, so judging by her height to them, they were probably 40 feet tall.
Oh, they were like 30 feet tall.
I don't know.
She's only 5 feet tall, and they weren't 5 times.
She's only 5 foot. I think
She's
she's a bit
probably
taller
like
than
5'4"
5.
or 5'5". She's not very tall.
No.
What do you think she is? 6 foot tall?
No.
She's not 7 foot tall, Ricky.
I don't know, man.
Why would you go higher?
Eric is he went over, but it's 5'4".
She's 5'4".
Yeah, because you said 5'5". So
Holy shit!
Does
I
that
thought
say how tall the aliens were meant to be in the movie?
I can look. I
Yes.
wasn't looking for that.
Well, you better Google it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
better
Steven,
Google
yeah.
how tall are the heptapods.
Heptapods.
I kept thinking they were called cephalopods because that's what the MIB thing is.
Oh.
Isn't that what a squid is? Isn't a squid a cephalopod?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why didn't the fuck did they call them a cephalopod? They're giant
They wanna be
squid things.
different.
7 legs.
But
They
they look
explained
like
that.
squids.
But they
Right.
explained
Wait,
it.
does cephalopod was cephala like 6?
I don't know. I'll look
Wait,
that
does
up in just a little
syphilis
bit.
means that there's 6 bugs that get you?
Yes.
Even though it's not. One's spelled with a C and one's with a S.
Biology.
Biology. The study of nature boning. That guy's like the cornerstone of civilization is science. What a load of shit. You know what it is? It's sexual attraction. That's the only thing that keeps society together.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
if we're to go around just mutilating people's faces, make them horrendous, do you think we just die out?
How
and
are you
not
going to continue
populating?
to be sexually attractive by mutilating people's faces? Do you think Jeffrey Dahmer was getting his bone on regular?
That's
No,
the whole point. That's why
he was
I
killing
just said
people.
if you go around mutilating people like that, making them ugly, do you think the human race would just die out because no
Of
one's
course it
boning
would.
anymore?
If everybody was mutilating, they'd all be dead.
You don't kill him. You just make him look ugly.
Well, then you just bend them over and do them from behind. So you got to mess up the back end too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's things called paper bags.
Yeah. And
Yes.
masks.
Yeah.
Plus, we have
remember,
seen
They can all get a mask
Ugly
of Hillary
whatever.
Clinton.
What's his name on South Park? Sorry, we keep going with South Park. What the hell is his name?
Mr. Slave.
No, the ugly guy from Canada.
Ugly Bob?
Ugly Bob, yeah.
Yeah. I just put a paper bag on his head.
Well, first of all, if it's a lady, it doesn't matter what the lady is. There's a guy that will have sex with her. That's a law. It's just how it works. There's probably no female virgins that didn't want to be a virgin that died at 80 that were a virgin ever, unless they okay. Now let's
Maybe
say
they never met Ricky.
let's say this lady we'll call her like
you saying you
Becky
wouldn't do it
Sue.
with
Okay, so
anyone?
Becky Sue falls down into a well, and then her family
poor Becky
drop
Sue.
her food and water and toiletries, and then she just
Not a rope,
she's
though.
but they won't
Fuck that.
pick her out of there because
She's not strong
let's
enough.
say Becky Sue's an asshole, right? She's a bit of a dickhead. Under normal circumstances, not an unbonable thing, because guys will, that's how guys are.
They'll bone.
Our dicks are really dumb. They tell us to do the stupidest stuff. They're like, do this, it'll impress a lady. Is she worth impressing? That's irrelevant. That's literally what it says to you. Word for word.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, now guys, on the other hand, if it's like, let's say there's a virus that just turns us all into Klingons, so we have all that shit on our face, like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be, well, I tell you what, I hope I can buy stocks in fucking sex robot company, because I'll be a millionaire at that point. And then the human race will die out, and that'll be it.
Well, there's always some of those really, 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 really ugly
you say
women
it
out
like
there that'll still sleep with a guy no matter how bad they look because they're just super
Especially
slutty.
for money.
Then again,
Especially for
there
money.
is also women who are like, I like the guy for who he is inside.
Have you ever met one of those that actually meant it when they said that?
I don't know. My wife. Actually, this is funny.
Holy crap, you put me on the
No,
spot.
this is really
Yeah,
funny. So she thought I was a bit of an asshole when she first met me.
Really? You don't say.
Her gut was
She
right
knows
on.
that she
Her gut
is.
nailed it. And then I smiled at her, and that was back before I was pre-fat Eric. I was like regular-sized Eric at that point.
You sound like the different versions of Rudy on
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers.
So I smiled at her, and she told me what she thought. All right, go ahead.
I just said basically, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
That's right, because she was like, I'm too shallow to turn this guy down.
Damn it.
That's all it
I'm not
was.
shallow.
Thank God she was shallow.
Have you seen the other people I dated?
Like I said, you were going to kick me out. I was probably way worse than they are.
In what aspects?
Being a dickhead? Yeah.
I don't know. You're a different kind of dickhead.
Yeah, that's right.
Did
the
you
max.
did you find that answer about how tall they are, Steve?
No, they don't have anything. The cephalopod means head foot, though.
Head foot.
Oh.
So they were a head and a foot.
Yeah.
So squids are cephalopods? Is that right? Or is that just something I imagined?
I think they are, yes. Yeah, it's octopus, squid, cuttlefish.
And it translates
pearly
to
nautiluses.
head foot.
Translates to head foot.
Not so what is six sept it would be a septopod, right?
Well, that's what the C.
No, I'm saying all right, so
Oh.
if it was gonna be six
It'd
6
be
feet,
Sectuplet.
sectopod
Oh, hello.
is I don't know.
Sextuplets.
Fucking
Isn't that
Latin. Can't somebody just get a new language? Ones and zeros. That's what we should be 10001 10001.
And that's our whole thing. We're
Yeah.
sitting here saying ones and zeros to each other the whole time.
Well, we will be when we have. I'll put those implants in our brains.
So then
Fuck
we're all
that. We're
part
all gonna.
robot?
You know what's gonna happen? We're all gonna go full on predator in like 20 years and just be around murdering shit. The second
fun.
we can turn invisible,
He's about 10
And
years
have a-
ahead of us.
and
It'd be
have,
fun.
yeah, but I mean, I think it'd be cooler if you hunted people.
Yeah.
Like I think that they should offer this to prisoners, right? Who are dicks. And
I've
be
seen
like,
this
"Hey, look,
movie.
You want Running Man to
Yeah,
happen?
fuck it. Let's just do full on Running Man. There's a lot of prisoners that would surprise you. You'd be like, holy fuck, that guy got his freedom back. But then, like, what actually happens when they let him
Just
go?
kill him.
The Navy SEALs show up at their house and murder him.
Well, you just make the
time.
Soylent Green to feed the rest of the prisoners.
Yeah. I think it'd be better if Navy SEALs showed up and murdered him.
Well, yeah, but that's a lot of taxpayers' money, and then just like put them in a room with a floor job.
not
The
like
amount
it's
of money that
Why
you
do people say that? How much does it cost to drive 6 guys to somebody's house who are
With
already
the-
on the payroll?
With the U.S. government, probably like $10 billion.
Oh,
It
that's right.
doesn't-
They gotta buy a new car for just that one mission.
It doesn't matter because that show would make so much money on television that they could have their own private security team to go out and kill him.
Well, yeah, but,
Why would
but
they
it
go out
still
and
makes
kill-
more
just-
sense
just do what
just
they
to
did.
have the floor drop and go into a goddamn meat grinder and make your fucking Soylent Green that way.
Wait, no, that's where the asteroids come in. The second they get out the door, so they have freedom for like that split second, then the asteroid falls on them, and then they stick the tube in that chemical that their brain makes when they get that sweet freedom, and then they can make prison Ricks, delicious,
Simple Prison Rick's
Yeah.
delicious wafer cookies.
delicious wafer cookies with that sweet brain chemical.
Why do you even let them out? Just do like they did in the movie and kill them right there.
That's what I'm
Before
saying.
it's done.
I mean, they earn their freedom. They should at least get to feel it. How are you going to make the wafers if you don't let them out? That's what I want to
The
know.
wafers came way after the beginning of this, man.
Yeah,
keep
well, you
saying
got
you're
to
gonna let
think it
'em out.
through. I mean, you just got to think it to the end of the road here, and the wafers are definitely a part of this. We got to have simple prison Ricks.
They would taste so bad.
They would taste delicious.
It tastes like
They
masturbation.
would taste like freedom.
Yeah.
They would
When was
taste
the
like
last time
prison
you tasted
sex.
Fuck it,
freedom?
they're going to be called freedom wafers.
Merc.
Yeah. Merca. That's when you open the bag, it would have so much freedom in it that a red, white, and blue steam would come out, and you'd hear Merca.
And then maybe like a bald eagle screech.
Yeah.
Too.
Birds of war. That would be in there too. I mean, you know,
You eat them and it makes you poop red, white, and blue.
I do. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Would
Real
the
hard that would
crunch
be.
sound like an AR-15?
It would, too.
Fully automatic?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da, with every bite. Yeah.
Well, so do your farts afterwards too. 'cause you give it gas.
And then,
I mean, this is America we're talking
and
about.
then we
here.
can open up another store where we sell a butt cream to deal with the problem that comes from that.
You know, exactly.
Man, this is like an entire ecosystem we've created here.
Yeah.
If we were really good, we'd have an app store that you could only use while you're in the waiting line at the store for the butt cream because everybody's going to need the butt cream.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So then you could use the apps at the store. Man, I'm telling you right now, we could be the next Apple.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, with
Good.
ass cream and America.
We'll be Blackle. How do you say that?
I have
You
no
saw
idea.
the TV show, didn't you?
No.
Future
TV
Man?
show? Oh, I didn't get that far.
Oh,
I've seen
never
like
mind.
2
All right.
episodes.
Spoiler God, Jason.
Yeah.
Fuck. What's wrong with you?
You guys should watch
Son of a
Future
bitch.
Man. It's got a hilarious masturbation.
Oh my
part in it.
god, like the very
So
first
fucking
episode,
funny.
it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's got a nerd hammering it to a
poster.
poster
Let's see.
of a character, and then as he's doing it with his eyes, who the fuck does that with their eyes closed?
Yeah, you always got to be on the lookout
You
for
never,
when someone walks
you
in.
never fucking have your eyes closed.
Exactly.
That's how are you gonna look at it if your eyes are closed?
Well, also, how are you gonna keep a lookout for people coming in?
Yeah, I know that. You know what? His parents are too trusting.
Yeah.
I learned at an early age. Somebody's gonna bust in the fucking door,
every
no
fucking
matter
time.
what. Yeah, even
Every-
if it's the cat.
Uh huh.
The cat's like, I'm gonna come in here and piss on your shit, and I'm like, the fucking door. God damn it.
Dog walks in and just stares at you. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, now this is fucking awkward. Like, I mean,
That's never bothered me. I know what he's thinking. He's like, I wish I had a fucking hand.
wish I had
God
thumbs.
damn it.
God damn it, I wish I had thumbs.
Oh, well, my tongue will work out for the time being.
He's like, oh, but I can do this.
I don't think that's a aha thing. I think that's like you still end up with a load in your
Well,
mouth.
dude, you look at dogs. I mean, you look at the shit they lick up.
That's a road
like,
you
they
don't want to go down.
Dude, dogs don't care. The nastier, the better when they're looking something up. Like, they
That's
don't give
true.
a fuck.
They lick each
They'll
other's
like
asses.
eat each other's vomit. So yeah, I think Ricky's
Yeah.
right on this one.
Exactly.
So how would Gary Busey deal with these guys?
He would take food in, and they'd negotiate over food in the dark.
Hey, could you guys turn that light down? I can't eat.
Can't eat
It's too dark.
Yeah.
You'd be eating fucking calamari or something like
They
that.
turn the light on, and he's just fucking a squid. He's like, ah!
You know, what kind of visual language?
Yeah.
You know, do you think that'd send off to him?
I just kind of see him ending up in a zoo.
Like an alien zoo?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
aliens would be like, you know what, this
Abnormal
guy...
specimen of a human.
Yeah, this guy and John Cena would be in the same zoo.
Dude, they could do this like entertainment with him where they could leave the lights on and then people could pay to put on night goggles and watch him eat. They'd flip the lights off and he'd just devour it because he hasn't eaten in 3 days.
It'd be like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Exactly. Exactly.
Got feeding time.
They could leave the food in front of him so he's just licking his lips, but the lights are on so he can't do anything about
Exactly.
it.
Kind of like this
Come
delicious,
back
like,
and there's just a
live
leg
goat.
left on the fucking post.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like he would talk, you know, that gorilla, not General Zod, for
Gorilla
sakes.
Grodd?
Yeah, Gorilla Grodd. I feel like he would talk him into breaking him out.
For some reason, Gorilla Grodd would be in there
Of course we
too.
would have Grodd. There's fucking aliens who can evaporate a ship. Don't think they can make a psychic gorilla? You know what happened? They teach Coco the fucking language and then bam, Gorilla Grodd. I nailed it.
Oh, man.
We can't even talk to fucking Ravens or Dolphins and their football teams, for Christ's sakes.
well, they are football players, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
So there's very little communication you can actually do with those people.
Well, I mean, you know, you realize they've got traumatic brain injury from that CTE.
Yeah, it's actually a job requirement. You have to go in with a certain amount of brain trauma.
Yeah, they give him an IQ test. If it's over 50, they kick him out.
Exactly.
That's not true. Tom Brady's got a huge IQ. You can tell because he's married to a pretty lady.
It's fake news.
So,
Fake news.
Yeah, I think it's what time for Eric translates.
Does he have any good quotes?
BC?
I got something that fits here.
Finally.
All right, time for Eric Translates BC. It's time. Eric Translates BC.
That's the sound the bear makes. That's something you learn on your own, though. It doesn't matter the words I give you. What matters is the words you have inside you to tell you what I just told you in your own way. We gotta recharge your brave batteries. What kind of an idiot are you?
All right, Eric Translates Busey is a segment we have on the show where I read a quote from Gary Busey and Eric translates it for us because nobody knows what Eric Busey.
Eric Busey.
I'll take it.
Nobody knows what Gary
I
Busey's
wish.
talking about, and sometimes Eric does.
I'd be so fucking rich.
Your teeth aren't big enough. Your eyebrows are there, but you know. This week's quote is, "If in fact I knew everything, I would be bored."
Holy shit! He just answered the question. Can you know everything? No, it would suck. Everybody just be like, "Fuck it, I quit." Ricky, explain to me how you would deal with that.
Smoke a lot of weed.
Well, I mean, because he has a very similar day-to-day thing where he wakes up, he probably, I know he doesn't shower, he masturbates, and then he smokes weed and goes to school.
It doesn't wash his hands in between all that.
And then he comes home and then he goes to bed. It's like the same thing every day.
You know
And then just sprinkled in with like murderous rampages on innocent animals.
So what do you
That's typically
do?
why. Why do you think?
That's what keeps you
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
I have a theory
Some
before he
murderous
says what he would do
rampages.
here, but I feel like he would see his whole future and be like, man, my life is boring. And then he would make something of himself and be like fucking smart as hell. He'd like go to school.
Well, he's not an
and-
idiot.
Well, no, but I mean, he would go to school and become like a physicist or something just because his life would be so boring. That way, when he looked in the future and saw his future, he would not be bored to death by himself.
You'd figure out a way so you could smoke weed in space, wouldn't you?
Probably.
No,
There you go.
he would steal Tony Stark's fucking Iron Man suit as well.
That's
Yeah.
what he would do. He'd become a physicist and design it, or design something better than it, just so he
Well,
could steal
no.
it.
What I would do is I would create a human being called Tony Stark to create an Iron Man suit so I could steal it from him because in my visions I'm stealing an Iron Man suit from Tony Stark. So I mean,
So basically, Ricky goes to a trailer park and he's like, "Hey, just to let you know, if you're pregnant, we're naming the kid Tony Stark."
So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. He has to do something to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't that be weird? I think I'd have a hard time with that.
but now think of it this way: you would always know when you're about to get walked in on when you're jerking off.
Then you could close your eyes while you do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'd make it better or worse. I don't know.
Well,
I think
then-
I'd just lock the door.
Be like,
Well, then again,
he'd be like, "Shit, Kelly's getting home early. I don't have time."
no. Sometimes that's
Then
fun.
he would have started earlier.
Don't you guys ever try to race the clock? You see him pull in. You're like, you know what? Let's see if I can do it before they get in there.
You'd have to like already be hard to do that, even a little bit.
Doesn't take me very long.
And now Kelly knows why there's rapid movement and things falling down. And Erik answers the door sweaty.
I blamed it on the dog.
Sweaty and just kind of like,
I'm just all sweating.
It's just hot in here, and
Well,
the
that
dogs
is true.
and
It's
shit,
always hot. It's always hot.
And as Kelly's like bundled up in like a bunch of like snow gear, it's like
she's seen
20
me
below,
sweating like that
and
before.
she's
Legit sweating.
And she's like like icicles like forming on her face, and Eric's just like steam is just rolling off of him. And he's just sitting there sweaty.
Yeah.
For some reason still.
That's right. That's because I got a nuke between my legs.
She'd step in and slip and end up in the splits or on her back.
You don't shoot it on the floor. Who the fuck does that?
You were in a hurry and you missed your
Apparently
target.
Don't do that.
I was hoping he meant the puddle of sweat.
Sweat. Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping at first.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Slippery.
Jesus, like,
It's got salt. It's got salt. It's gritty.
It's sweat. It's not gritty.
Yes, it is.
What is wrong with you, Erik, that you have gritty sweat? You
has
need to
too
go to
much
the
salt.
doctors. Okay? Are you like sweating like sawdust? Is that what it is?
Nobody sweats a legit puddle on the floor. If you collected all the sweat off somebody in a 5-minute period, it would be less than whatever jizz you get off somebody, for sure.
I don't.
100%.
I
It takes
don't
you
believe
all
it.
day to sweat out a gallon of water,
That depends on the
and
person.
all day. So 10 minutes, you can't do that much.
I think there's some exceptions for people like you, Erik.
Then again, I would like to see, like, how would you? We need to
I mean, like,
scientifically
if you could
do
like
this.
measure all your
'Cause
sweat
I can
after like
sweat
an
a lot.
hour, say like out, I don't know, like out in like 105-degree weather, like measure all your sweat.
That's
that
an
you sweat
hour.
off.
Now you're just changing the time limit.
He said
If you
5
said
minutes.
all day, I said 10 minutes, and
Oh.
you can't do it in 10 minutes. It's not. It's just not. It's impossible. The human body cannot produce sweat that fast. I mean, plus half of my sweat pores are plugged up with zits, anyways. Well, not half of them, but a good portion of them.
All right.
That's from that good hygiene that I do all the time.
That you do.
Yeah.
And that was Erik Translates Busey for this week.
I wonder what Gary Busey does for hygiene. Do you think he just has somebody wash him?
I think he has a bunch of cats that just lick him clean.
I feel like you'd be super fucking clean though.
Is that why his hair is so crazy?
Uh huh.
Don't you guys think he would be super fucking clean?
Yeah, he has a team of cats that grooms
Because I mean,
him.
you could wipe the spit off, but I know Gary Busey's allergic to bear saliva.
Why do you know that?
Because I was trying to make a bumper video for our podcast, and I found a video of him talking about wrestling a bear. Mm-hmm. And he says in the video, "Oh yeah, I'm allergic to bear saliva," so he's getting welts while he's wrestling the bear because he's drooling on him. Basically, the video looks like the bear is trying to fuck him.
Damn it.
I mean, that's kind of what it looks like, and
Well, it's probably what the bear was trying to do. I mean, he just saw
I don't
abuse
know
and
if
was
that's
like,
necessarily bear saliva.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's like those bears when we went to the
Yeah.
zoo thing.
Yeah, the Kirshner.
Yeah. The wildlife center.
Yeah.
They were just banging. The kids
Yeah,
were
it's
like,
like, just like
what
right
are
there
they
in the
doing?
cage.
They're wrestling. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Yeah, they're trying to play leapfrog, but they're not very good at it. Don't worry about it.
I would have just told my kid.
Why don't you just tell the kids they're having sex?
That's what I would do. I'd be like, well,
And you
that's,
got to deal with telling them what sex is, and that's a whole deal.
I don't mind
Yeah, I
doing
don't
that when
know.
she's like 3 years old, because then she'll understand and she'll actually listen to me when I tell her that she needs to be careful about diseases and shit. If you tell them too late, they don't listen.
I don't know. I think some of that is responsible. Like, all right, so if you look at us over the course of 200,000 years or whatever we've been people, there's a big deal of time where we were in a cave or like in a tent or what do you call it? A teepee?
A mud hut?
Like a fucking small ass place with like a group of 30, 40, 60 people. You don't think those people were banging with the kids there?
Oh yeah, they'd be like, hey kids, go wrestle some rattlesnakes.
I
Take
don't
the
even think
2-year-old
they would
with
give
you."
a shit if the kid watched.
Probably
it's just
not.
part of life. It's just what our new thing is, where we're like, oh God, we should.
We
not
need
tell
some
the
more help
kids, so
around the
when they're-
house.
I mean, I think you should
Let's
tell
make
the
another
kids
one.
so if any adult weirdo is doing anything inappropriate, they have some idea what's going on, so they can be like, whoa, nope. Then again, I don't have a 5-year-old kid, so I have no idea what the context of that would be to try and tell them that. That's fucked. Fucking kids. Why can't they come out with that shit programmed in their head? That's
They
what we're
should.
gonna have.
They should.
Robot overlords. Please program that into their heads right off the bat, and then send out a death squad for people who touch kids. That'd be awesome. Because then at that point they'll have like cameras everywhere, and they'll be able to be like, "Yep, turn on that guy's TV. Look at that. He's fucking doing that shit to the kid." Death squad. Boom. They show up. They fly in. They're like, you know what they're gonna look like? They're like normal drones, but they're gonna have like a stick of dynamite, and it's gonna fall down, and it's gonna have legs, and it's gonna crawl right up the pedophile's ass, burrow in there, and then explode.
Like a small explosion.
Yeah.
Right? That way it doesn't kill
Controlled
the kid.
explosion. It's just gonna blow up everything like around his dick.
But he'll die, right?
Of course,
Oh,
he's
good,
gonna
good,
die.
good.
He's gonna not have. He's gonna have a
dick blown
He's gonna
off.
have a gaping hole in his ass and pelvis. It's gonna be. I mean, his ass is. You know, what would be perfect if it didn't actually if it was just powerful enough to obliterate all of it inside, but the skin was okay. That way they'd get infections and then they would die, and it'd be a terrible, awful death. And that way, when they all thought about, they'd be like, nope, no. Then they could put that shit on TV.
To catch a predator.
Yeah.
Dynamite. And
Exactly. Oh my God, they could have like so
Drone
many
that crawls up
sexual
people's
innuendos, like to blow a predator.
blow a predator.
Today.
Show up like crazy to that one, huh?
They're like, whoa, let's see. Whoa, that's not what I want to see happen. Oh shit.
Tonight on reality TV, how to blow a predator.
Yeah. Fucking little thing. Bloop. It looks like a cephalop or a heptapod. Bloop. He's like, no. Like that thing in Dreamcatchers. You guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The shit demon thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's messed
Well,
up.
could you imagine? Like, I mean, what was it? The movie. What was it? Where they went to Mars and they found that alien.
Life?
Yeah, Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that thing like just like forcing its like way down your throat.
I don't like the sound of that.
Like
Fuck
it
no.
did fucking Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or your butt. Like just like, oh, I'm gonna go up your butt. You know?
And then it explodes.
Yeah, then it just explodes you from the inside out.
Hey, you know what? They did something that's unforgivable. So it should just be you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything else, oh yeah, I'm gonna murder somebody. Well, whatever. We'll just put you in the jail.
In the jail.
I don't know. That's
Well, why did you kill him? And then if you have a good reason, they'd be like, oh, slap on the wrist, go free.
I feel like all that. You guys think the self-defense thing's gonna last forever? Like you kill somebody in self-defense, you
No,
kind of get
no,
away
no.
with it.
Not in California.
Not in
I
California.
don't
no.
think that shit's gonna last at all anywhere very much longer, unless you're in Australia. I feel like you can get away with that in the outback, because then you just say good day, mate, to the sheriff, and you're fine. He's like, oh, he's an all right dude.
Isn't that like Canada though?
Yeah,
You just walk in there like, oh, I'm sorry, eh? And like, oh, he's sorry, he's good.
yeah, he's all right.
You just
It's that American guy. He must have not. They're gun crazy though. Oh, I don't have any guns. I hit him in the head with a tree. Wait, you did what? I hit him in the head with a tree. How did you do that? Well, I spent 5 minutes cutting a tree down outside onto his bedroom of his house. It was in self-defense though. He said he was gonna kick my ass sometime.
yeah. And
So I
in
couldn't let
in
that
like
happen.
10 minutes, he said
Yeah.
he was gonna kick my ass, so I knew I had like about 5 minutes to go
Yeah.
and cut down the tree.
So
and
what
hit
I
him in the
did
head.
was I called him up on the phone and I called him an asshole, and then I hid his shoes from him. And as we all know, you can't fight with no shoes on in Africa because there's snakes everywhere.
But we're in Canada.
No, we're in Australia.
I don't know. No idea.
All right then.
What rating did you guys give this?
Oh shit! 4 stars.
I gave it 4 stars.
I'll give it 4.
I gave it 2.5 stars.
Why so low?
It was really boring.
He was bored.
It's like more than half the movie is just them trying to figure out how to freaking talk to these damn fucking weird squid-looking fucking aliens.
I feel like from now on, when there's boring, I bet money if we had installed a second screen that played nothing but Family Guy that Ricky could glance and look at while he's getting bored during the movie, I bet his ratings would just go up to 5 stars every time. And then he would talk about shit like Stewie did, but he thinks it's in the movie.
well, yeah, that's what I always do.
I think that would actually be really entertaining.
that's kind of what I always do.
Yeah.
I mean, I always interject my, Seth MacFarlane show, banter.
Have you been
Into everything
watching
I do.
The Orville?
Not yet.
What's wrong with you?
I've been catching up with the Cleveland show.
You were shaking
Isn't that
this
show
whole
been
house.
canceled?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. See, Ricky's doing like a little hipster thing where he's like kind of watching shows.
That's what Steve said about the South Park.
Have you seen this season of South Park?
I've seen. I'm 1 episode away from being caught up. I haven't seen the new one.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, I spoiled it for you then.
So what rating did you give it, Steve?
I already said.
I didn't hear.
He
you.
said
4 stars. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
All right, next week's movie choice is mine, and we're gonna go with something different since it sounds like I'm gonna get vetoed.
No, you
you're
got
not.
to
You're
go
not.
ahead on that.
You're okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I could veto you, but I don't know what it is yet.
I'm not talking about you. Nobody cares what your veto
No,
says.
no one. I will veto
my
your
dick.
veto.
You got to have a 90% show up rate to have a veto. So
You know, I almost
God
never miss
damn
a
it.
Sunday. It's the Thursdays I missed a bunch.
I know.
All right, then.
I'm just teasing
Since
you.
it's the holidays, we're gonna watch Krampus.
I don't know what that is.
That's a movie about a guy who goes on the keto diet and they don't take the right supplements. So then they get these really bad cramps and the shits. So his calves are cramped up while he's trying to walk to the bathroom with the shits. And it's this harrowing 2-day.
It's his true story, actually.
Yeah, it's this harrowing 2-day story about this guy who's got the cramps and the shits and he can't get to the toilet. And he just keeps shitting himself.
If I believed you
cramps.
even for a second, I would veto the shit out of it. But I don't believe you.
You would love that movie. You'd
No,
be like,
I
come on, man, one more fucking crawl. Oh, fuck, he's having another cramp. No!
So what is this on to watch
It
it?
is a great Christmas movie. It is on Google Play.
Okay.
You go play.
So, yep,
Kelly's
Yeah.
going to shit talk this movie so much. She
Oh,
told
yeah,
me
she
already.
totally
is.
fine.
She's like, she's going to come full on Turtle Man on your ass.
Oh man.
I'm not a big shit talker, so I mean, I'll
I'm
probably
gonna,
be like,
I'm gonna practice with you to get your game up for this.
get my game up.
Yeah.
Maybe I might actually like it.
That could
You're
be.
not.
Friday.
You're
It
not.
does have
Kelly.
Adam. Does have, what's that guy's name? Adam
Adam
Spanks? No, that's not right.
Adam
Banks.
Scott?
Yeah,
Adam
that's
Scott
right.
and Whammy guy.
Dave Kushner?
Is that his name?
Keckner? It's something like that. It's hard to say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is capture Krampus in a copper pot, and you're safe.
Is that real?
I don't know. I saw it on American Dad when they did their Krampus episode.
I'm telling you guys, I think I'm gonna hook up a fucking monitor that plays nothing but Seth MacFarlane shows, and all of Ricky's ratings are gonna skyrocket. He's gonna be like,
Well, I don't know. I mean, I did like that Krampus episode of American Dad. It was pretty funny.
yeah.
Krampus
See?
steals Steve and beats his ass with like some like branches.
I'm gonna watch that instead, and it's gonna be a great one.
Does a little like musical number, and he's kind of like Beauty and the Beast style,
I kind of want to see
like
an
the shit in his
adult,
house.
like a
it
snowflake
talks.
guy, like Adam Scott, get captured by a monster, and then have the monster just put him over his knee and spank him. I think that would be hilarious. It'd be so like, I think it'd be fucking funny.
But
Don't you guys-
apparently, the legend of Krampus is like he like eats children though.
well, you could spank his parents.
Well, yeah, he spanks them and tortures them, and then he eats the children. I think that's the legend of Krampus, and he does this to bad kids, while Santa gives the good kids presents.
Well, that guy has been laying down on the job.
But actually,
He
what
one
it
lazy
is,
asshole.
well, no, you see, this is what happened. You see, Krampus got caught, right? See, and Santa took over. But see, it's actually Santa who's the bad one. See, and he's going out there making the kids greedy and selfish, so that way they get more toys. Because see, Santa's in with the big toy company, so this makes him money.
Yeah.
Okay, and Krampus was actually the only one who actually cared about the kids. He cared enough to actually try to punish them to make them better. But you see, you
Yeah.
see, then Santa Claus put out the story that oh no, Krampus eats kids and blah blah blah. When he really doesn't, he was
You know
just
what
punishing
happened?
because he cared about the kids.
Santa said, "Oh yeah, Krampus was a Nazi."
Exactly. You see, Santa is the bad one.
Yeah.
He's the one out there corrupting the kids and making
Wait
them
a
selfish.
second. Are you saying Santa was the original snowflake?
Yes.
Yeah. He started the whole I'm just going to call whoever my opponent is a Nazi.
Uh huh.
You know,
Yeah.
Ricky,
It makes a lot
you
of sense.
better be careful what you're saying. You're gonna get coal, or maybe
You're like, I
nothing.
get something?
I'm gonna get something. Oh, fuck! I better keep this up. You know how fucking expensive coal is?
I think you need to. I think
It's a
you
lot
need
of
to-
money.
I think you need to
Christmas
write a
speech.
letter to something clause instead. Because everybody getting something.
He has no idea what you're talking about. No.
It's an SNL skit. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Okay, I don't watch SNL, so
It's Keenan Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
as,
funny.
as a
It's hilarious.
yeah, as a like
Yeah,
a,
but it's not Seth MacFarlane. You don't know what it is.
no, I know who Keenan Thompson is.
No, but you don't watch it.
That's only because Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, Keenan and Kel. Good Burger.
Good burger. Yeah.
All right. So that's gonna be it, guys. Unless you guys have more that you would like to talk about. No.
I always have things I want to talk
I'm
about.
good.
Eric always does something about his balls or something.
I haven't mentioned my balls once.
You talked about your dick.
You talked about your dick and balls.
You guys brought up my dick, and then I worked it into the conversation in an
You
entertaining
worked
manner.
it in, huh?
Yeah, you have to do that.
Just kind of got a little spit on there and just slowly worked it in.
If you guys had as much power as I do between your legs that I have between mine, then you would talk about it as well.
They make an ointment for that burning. I'm pretty sure.
They
You
do.
It's
did
not a
mention that.
burning sensation.
Also, I think some antibiotics might
I
work
just
as
feel
well,
like I'm
too.
racing all the time.
All right. So,
So like a
that's
lot
gonna
of
be it.
chafing then.
We'll come back on. Are you guys gonna be streaming this Thursday?
I don't know.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
something special this week or?
Me and you are watching Star Wars. So
Oh,
don't
that's
worry
right.
about it.
Yeah, yeah.
How I don't think you should tell him, and I want to see if he shows up.
He might not, and then I'll have to.
He'll
fucking,
just show up.
Well,
here on
except that he'll
Thursday.
probably show up at my house because he'll probably.
We're just going right after my work, so
Oh.
Yeah.
When are you guys done with school and shit? You're done.
I got
Next
2
week.
days left.
Okay. What about you?
I thought we had
next
to be there
week.
at 7.
So you could theoretically
We
stream
gotta
on
be there
Thursday.
before 7.
Not this
Okay.
Thursday.
Yeah. Okay.
But you
Before
just
7.
said you're done
this week.
Not a.
Yeah, this next upcoming week because it was my last week.
So what
select
happens
your
if you
seat
miss one day?
theater.
It's
Oh,
the finals.
so we gotta get the
I
seat.
have
I'm
work.
busting Ricky's balls about.
Riskies?
Yeah, riskies.
Risky.
That's what we should
He's
call
a
it,
Ruski.
risky.
I have work, so no, it ain't gonna happen.
All
But
right,
your
guys.
work is done this week.
For time being,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I have work this week, but this last week until a break.
I'm gonna call in sick for you for Thursday.
He'll
Ain't
already
gonna
be
work.
there.
What?
He'll probably already be there.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna call in tomorrow and say I can't make it on Thursday, and then they'll have somebody else show up.
Yeah,
and then
sure. Like
Ricky will
they're
show
really
up and
gonna
they'll be like,
believe that it's you or that it's me. You're
Yeah,
talking.
obviously, you already believe it's you.
No. You know what? Fuck you.
All right. So are you guys streaming this weekend or this week?
I have no idea.
All right, so
We'll
we may not
try.
have anything, but check out youtube.com/deathbylikepresents and twitch.tv/heroic adventure. 7 o'clock on Thursday. Maybe there'll be something there.
My penis.
No, your penis is not going to be on there. We do not have a macro camera. A micro camera?
A
Which
macro,
macro?
Maybe a
camera?
macro, like a really big camera to see something small?
Well, I mean, there's like the macro view for smartphones, and that's like where you want to take a picture of like a credit card. No, that's not what you call it. A business card, but a credit card would have worked. I should have said. I should have just stuck with that. Or in this case, Ricky's penis.
Anyways, also come back on Sunday starting at 7 o'clock. We'll be talking about Krampus, youtube.com/deathbylikepresents, twitch.tv/heroic adventure, and mixer.com/turkadur. You can follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. You can follow Eric on Twitter at.
Quick and severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter at.
Sugar Snuggles.
You can follow Jason on Twitter at.
Unbelievable
You
one.
can follow Ricky on Twitter at.
Furry Twitter balls.
With no E on Twitter. Did I say mine? You can follow me at Turkadur.
Yeah.
All right. Our camera keeps going blurry.
Why is the camera going blurry?
It's trying to focus on something.
I
probably
think we
stupid.
didn't set it to just the standard focus. It's auto-focusing.
That's
It
okay.
is.
They don't need to see that close anyways. Look, I'm Wilsoning right now.
You've been doing it the whole time.
Have I?
Yeah, I'm trying to move it. We can't really see which. Oh, it's not that one at all. It's.
I'm
Anyways.
right here. I
They
kept
don't
I got
matter
it
now.
away from Jason. See,
Oh.
It don't matter.
You're like half Wilsing it. Just the
So I'm
side of your face.
two-facing it.
Yeah, there you
that's all right. I can do that.
go. What else do we have? Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/heroic adventure productions. And
Email us.
email. There's the one. You can
Send
email
us a shitload of emails, and you can send Ricky dick pics. Direct message him on furry Twitter balls. Just send him all the dick pics you want. Dick pics galore. He loves them.
And I will forward them over to Jason and Eric where they can sort through the dick pics.
So you can email us at Steve, Kelly, Eric, Jason, or Ricky at HAP Gaming. or you can just email heroicadventureproductions@gmail.com. If nobody has anything else, that's going to be it.
Nope.
Ricky only really likes dick pics if there's pustules.
Ew.
Gross.
I don't need a visual. Thank you.
All right,
Gross.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Who is that? Cool Ice. I don't have a Xbox One X, so I'm not too sure. It looks cool. I don't have the money for it, so can't play it.
Fucking expensive.
Yeah. But it looks
What
cool.
do you want to know?
He wanted to know how I feel about the Xbox One X.
I think they're cool. I would get one, but I don't really want to spend the money on it.
Yeah.
Although I do actually have a $250 credit at Best Buy from, you get like money back.
Yeah.
So I might use that and buy one for $250.
There you go.
And then I'll have one. And then I can lord it over you guys.
Yeah, I don't really care.
But
I'll
I have
lord
to
it over
get-
Jason,
I
'cause
can't
you know
really do
Jason
that.
will
I don't
care.
have a 4K monitor.
He tried to do that today. He's like, look, I got the crown you wanted. I got the crown you wanted. And I
Yeah.
was just like, yeah,
Yep.
it's nice.
I didn't do that. I just wanted you to know I got it.
Isn't this the one you wanted?
Yeah.
That's what you
That's
did.
exactly what I did.
And then
know.
you were like, well,
You
I
said it
got
like
it.
6 times. I only said it once in a very sarcastic manner with the words put together.
You were
so
trying to get a rise out of me, which
And
is
it
why I was
worked.
like, yep.
Yep.
It totally worked. I know you were simmering. You were like, fuck you, Destiny 2, and fuck you, Eric.
I was.
As for the iPhone X, I'm an Android user, so and also it's way too expensive. I'm not spending $1,000
Well,
on the
yeah,
phone.
and it's
so.
crap compared to Android.
I don't know, Eric
No.
and Kelly. I think you guys use iPhones, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Oops. Lid was on it. Lid on it.
what about you guys on the iPhone X?
We don't have one. We're not gonna get one.
You gonna
But
skip this one?
I'm sure. Yeah.
I like the home button a lot. I'm not really sure how I feel about the whole face thingy. Like the face,
What was that again?
the face unlocking.
The face recognition
Oh.
thing.
It's
Face
great because you can
recognition
hold up a
thing?
picture of anybody you want and unlock the phone. It's
Well,
like you
the-
hold up a picture of your face and it's like,
I don't
oh,
think
it's
that
Eric.
actually works on the iPhone X stuff because they have a 3D or a infrared camera that's supposed to actually measure distances, so you can't. You could probably bend it around somebody's face,
And it would probably still work.
and then it might work. But that whole thing to me, I don't want to have a cop knock me out with his billy club and then unlock my phone.
Yeah.
Right now, he has to unlock, has to knock me out and then use my thumb, and at which point he's touched my thumb, which he touched my thumb, man.
All right.
What would we do with $1 billion?
Oh,
Who wants
that's
to start that one?
oh man, that would be easy.
My first thing, I'd buy a car. I need a new car desperately. I mean, and then a house, and then wardrobe, and then I'd have like my own maid, my own hairdresser.
Yeah, we would definitely have a maid. We'd have Esperanza.
No maid. I can do it myself. I can do it myself.
You can have a man-made.
Esperanza.
So she already spent her whole $1 billion.
we could have a
No.
pool. Wait, Kelly, we could have a pool
You have
boy.
a pool?
You could run
Yeah.
through
Yeah,
money
you
so
could have
fast.
Jose, the pool boy.
No, not Jose. I want.
Enrique.
No,
I don't
no,
know
no,
what's
no,
what's
no.
a sexy
Let's
Spanish
go with.
name.
No, I don't want. No offense. I don't want Spanish. I know what I like, and that's.
Oh my god.
Oh
It'll be
my
a
god.
tall,
Tall blonde dude.
I don't necessarily like blondes.
Well, definitely not a red-haired guy.
I was gonna say a tall ginger.
Even though I like
Definitely not a ginger.
Christina. I mean
Christina?
John Cena.
So you're gonna use
She's
that
just
$1 billion
gonna call
to
up Chris
merge
Pratt
those
and
guys.
go, can you? We're gonna film this secret camera show.
Ooh, Aquaman. There we go.
Jason
Oh, okay.
Momoa.
See, it makes sense. Aquaman, the pool boy. Okay, that's it.
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
know. Okay.
All right.
Anybody else?
I'd probably live exactly like I do because I'm so stingy with money. Unless it's my
You
friends.
would loan me money though.
Oh, I'd give people money, but I
Yeah.
won't spend it on myself.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, can I borrow some money? I'll pay it back when I get a chance. And then every time he asks me for, I'll be like, I haven't got a chance yet. I'm sorry.
So I haven't had a chance to grab my wallet yet. It's up on the top shelf, and I'm like sitting here.
I have to get up?
and I had to get up, and I think my legs quit working. Muscle atrophy.
What would
Yeah, sorry,
you
muscle
do,
atrophy.
Ricky?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd buy a shit ton of land and go live out in the middle of fucking nowhere on that land and be like a hermit, and just tell society to go fuck themselves as I live on my property. Murdering obviously innocent
So
creatures.
basically, you would John Jones it.
Well, I don't know who John Jones is.
Just say yes, because that's exactly what you would be doing. You'd be like, drink the Kool-Aid, it's good for you. It'll give you superpowers when you die.
How do you sound like your impersonation of Trump?
No, that wasn't. That was John Jones. I have no idea what he sounds like.
So, you just go back to. So you just do the fallback
that was
to
a
Trump.
pseudo-Trump. Pseudo, not really Trump.
Pseudo super.
What about you, Steve?
I think I'd probably buy myself and my mom a house, buy a car, and then start our own ISP because fuck fucking Xfinity, Comcast bullshit. I don't want to use any of that shit, so I'd do my best to start my own ISP and figure out how to do that, and then get as many people in on it as I can. $1 billion is going to go a long way with that. So
you know what I would do? I would also start the ISP, but then I would pay you to take care of it, so I don't have to do any work. Then he'll be making me all the money, and I won't have to do anything.
Until he starts embezzling all
And-
your money from you.
yeah, because I embezzle all the time. I deal with my company's
What are
money.
you talking about, Ricky? It's not you. You know what I would do is that then I would buy a house for Ricky, and then I would evict him every month.
I thought you were gonna make him live in the shed next to your house.
That's where he would be living when he's evicted, which would be every month. He'd have all this nice shit in his house, and I'd basically just give him the keys and be like, look, if you want to take a chick in there, you can. You can say you're rich. You can even borrow my expensive car, but you're living in the fucking shed the rest of the time. Because if you're not in the shed 22 days out of the month, you're the fuck out of there. No, I'm teasing. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you would.
I wouldn't make him live in a shed.
You'd make him live in a nice shed.
It would be really nice. It'd be like a little house.
Furnished. That
Yeah, it would be a mini house.
He even
You've
said
already
he'd live in a
agreed
shed.
to this. You've
He
said
did.
you would do
After
it.
he saw the really nice sheds, he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'd live in that. I would too, though."
You know what I would even do, Ricky, for you? I would get on the phone and I would find a Japanese vending machine company and get you a panty machine installed next to your thing.
No,
You
thank
would be living so
No,
it
thank
would be
you.
just panty as far as the eye could see.
No.
Whole
Thank
bunch
you.
of Ziploc shut panties.
No, thank you.
So fucking horrible.
No, thank you.
If you put the price at just the right amount for the number he'd go through per day,
I'd probably get all my money
you'd
back.
get all your money back
Yeah.
plus rent, and then be able to refill the
well,
machine.
then whatever Johnny goes through. Because you know he's not going to turn that down.
You have to have a beer vending machine next to it too.
Just like $6 beers. Be like, oh, damn it. All right, I'll buy it. All right.
He'd come over with a 6-pack, and Eric would be like, "Where are you going with that? I don't allow outside alcohol."
I think one thing I would do.
And then he'd go out and he'd be loading his pack of alcohol into the vending machine for $6 each.
I think one thing I would do is I'd set up like a college fund for any relatives I have that might want to go to college. Unless they're dumb, and then I'd be like, you need to go to a trade school, so I'm going to pay for that, and you're dwelling at a trade school, but you're not, why waste your time, bro? We both know you're no Einstein, because I'm, there are dumb kids. It'll be like my firstborn.
Yeah, I'd probably do some kind of charity thing too, like because I have a bad time with debt right now, so I think I'd probably do some kind of like paid debt off kind of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe like do some kind of training and then pay somebody's debt off and be like, all right, you're trained, you can't come back. So if you do it again, I'm sorry, but something like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's in debt. I think it's real bad. It's
debt
a real bad
sucks.
problem in America.
Well, they lure you in. Oh yeah, no finance payments for 6 months. So you think, oh, I can manage this, and then the finance payments hit, and you're like, what? Now they're gonna do that to our internet.
Yeah,
Do you realize how bad that's gonna suck?
which is why the ISP, man.
Yeah, but then they're gonna wait a second. Are we gonna? How does that work? Would we
have to
be in
buy-
control of that?
Yeah. We have to buy bandwidth from somebody else.
So we could actually shame Comcast into doing the right thing, which we just got. What turns out not fiber installed, but gig internet, which is not the same.
Yeah.
So it's DOCSIS 3.1 instead of DOCSIS 3.0. So it's the same asymmetrical upload and downloads, but I still got 50 megs upload now instead of 5. And then, so anyways, this installation guy shows up. Great dude, awesome guy. He nailed it. He showed up in the time window and then did his job. And he had to replace all of the wires because a tree fell in our house like a bazillion years ago, and it's cut the wires in half. and then I just spliced them back together by twisting them together. And that's how I fixed it. And it's been sitting there like that, and I forgot about it. So that makes a lot of sense. It was really windy this weekend or this past week, and we were having all these weird internet problems. And that makes a lot of sense now. Why we were having it, because it would be like full speed, then down to like 5 megs. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with the internet? And that cord's just out there like. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to be it. I need to go do some stuff. So then none of your flags are showing up there, Cool Ice, so I'm not really sure.
What the hell's a flag?
It's something that you put on a flagpole, represents like a nation or...
But he doesn't have a flag on
No,
that.
I know. It's not coming up. It's not showing up on this chat. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
All right.